Talk is brought to you by 627 Event Space, Black Creek Diesel and Automotive, Emporia State Federal Credit Union, Newman Regional Health, Shelter Insurance Agents Kelly Medrano and Dave Watts, and by Sports Connection. Here's the voice of the Emporia State Hornets, Blake Cripps.
Following tough losses against Washburn on Thursday, the Emporia State basketball teams each put together strong second-half performances to pick up tight wins over Central Missouri on Saturday. Now the Hornets hit the road for a 4-game road trip. First up for the Big Gold is Northeastern State on Thursday with the program's first-ever conference trip to Arkansas Fort Smith on Saturday. And with that, we welcome you in to the brand-new Hornet Talk here at 627 Event Space. Blake Cripps here with you, and kind of a similar script to what we had last week, where there were a couple of tight, tough losses earlier in the week, but the team came back, played pretty well, got wins against Nebraska Kearney. Washburn was tough as they swept the Turnpike Tussle, but Emporia State picks itself up and gets wins on Saturday against Central Missouri. The men winning in overtime, 89-88, and it was a 76-70 win for the Lady Hornets over Central Missouri, as both of these teams have played some of the toughest schedules in the country. Emporia State women with the toughest schedule in the MIAA to date, and the Emporia State men also the toughest in the league, and they're some of the toughest in the country. But these teams trying to figure things out, and always difficult and different when you go on the road, and that's where the Hornets will be for the next 4 games on the road for Northeastern State and Arkansas Fort Smith this week. Then next week, they're back down into the Sooner State with Rogers State and Central Oklahoma. So 2 straight trips south of the border, and then back for 2 home games to start February. So let's go ahead and get into today's specials, and where there's some special plays in the game on Saturday. Our specials, of course, as always, brought to you by 627 Event Space, your Hornet Game Day headquarters, 627 Commercial here in downtown Emporia. Chicken Mac and Cheese Bowl, try it for just $5 on special every Monday with a side of home fries, ribbon fries, or regular fries right here at 627 Event Space. Want to welcome those of you listening online at kvoe.com/listen via the Odyssey app, or if you're watching today on the ESU Athletics YouTube channel. We'll start today, and all of these specials coming from the Central Missouri game. Not that there weren't good plays and good things that happened in the Washburn games as well, but we're going to go with the women's game first, and it starts with a freshman, Vanessa Coleman, who's got a new career high and a big basket late in the second half against the Jennies. Hannah across the timeline, right to left, speeding into the stable, kicks it out. Coleman trying to blow by shot, leans in, layup, good and one! Count the basket! It's a new career high for Vanessa Coleman. She's got 17, and the Lady Hornets lead it 59-50, 8:32 to go in the game. She wasn't done. She had a couple of more baskets after that, as she is currently for the team out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and averaging 6 points per game, 3 rebounds a game. She will be a guest on the show in our second segment, our third segment coming up after Coach MJ, so stay tuned for her. Then it was Caitlin Sanders putting the Lady Hornets back up by double digits after the Jennies had made a little bit of a comeback. In transition, nothing's there. She finds Sanders. Sanders thought about the 3, blows by Weiser. Layup good off the center of the square. Oh, the little hesitation by Sanders. Back to a double-digit lead. Timeout on the floor. But as we know, Central Missouri did not go away. In fact, they slashed the lead all the way down to 2 late in the final moments. But Emporia State getting some pressure free throws, but they also needed a big defensive stop in the form of Macy Gandy. They're going to take it on the far sideline now. Heim will get it in. Oh, high pass, but Reshoff caught it. Inside to Weiser. Central Missouri just wants 2. Shot blocked! Gandy blocked the shot and got the rebound. Big closeout right there for Macy Gandy. Some big pressure free throws down the stretch. Lexi DeWitt hit a couple of them, and the Lady Hornets hold off the Jennies 76-70 to run their record to 9-8, 3-5 in the MIAA. Of course, the men's game, if you thought that, probably most games, statistically, the men's game's not going to be as exciting or as close as that for the most part, right? Well, you would have been wrong. The men's game was an absolute instant classic, and Emporia State looked like they were on the verge of maybe getting run out of the gym there at home, as it was Central Missouri. They were able to go up by 16 points in the middle of the second period, but then it was a quick 8-0 run from Dallas Bear, and the last punctuation on that 8-0 run that slashed the 16-point UCM lead in half started with a Max steal. Houston plays it up top. Now it is Tilly. Tilly's pass intercepted. Tried to get it into the far side corner where Mack picked it off. Right side, Bear up fake, wants another one. Bullseye, Dallas Bear. Yes, he is on fire. He's got 11. He had hit all 3 of his 3-pointers to that point, and he wasn't done at that point as he continued to heat up and continued to score as Emporia State continued to come back after that. Of course, it was Trey Red with some big ball handling late. As you know, Emporia State never had led, and throughout the first 36 minutes of the game, Emporia State never had the lead. Finally, Trey Red got a spin move and got the Hornets tied with the Mules. Central Missouri is led by as many as 16 today. Underneath with it, here is Red, dribbles inside, spins, layup, gone, crawled in, tie ball game, 72-all, 4 minutes to go. The first tie of the game. Coach Billeter pumping his fist down in front of me, wanting the Hornets to get one more stop, one more score, and take the lead. As you know, that did not happen as Emporia State never led with time on the scoreboard. It wasn't until this big shot by Jack Weekus as time came off the clock on a beautiful feed by Trey Red that finally gave Emporia State the lead and the win. Here's Red, 6 seconds, across the timeline, 2-point game. Here's Red, gonna go for the, a kick out, 3, Weekus for the win, swish, swish, Weekus, count the basket, the freshman knocks it down, the Hornets win at the buzzer. They're gonna review it, but Weekus has won the game, 89-88. I think that the Mules, as they were in the line, they knew that one had beaten the buzzer. What a shot there by Jack Weekus. It looked like Trey Red, who's going to be our other player guest here today, looked like he may be going up for 2, but he whipped the pass around, kind of a one-hander in the corner, and hit Weekus, boy, man, right in the pocket. It was a perfect pass. And then the freshman, boy, you may recall him Jackie Big Shots or something, because he nailed another huge one. He had another one earlier that tied the game as Emporia State somehow overcame, missing 8 of their first 9 shots in overtime. They had 3 on that opening possession to take the lead. None of them fell, but they still found a way to get the win, to go to 6-11 on the year, 2-6 in the MIAA. Riverhawks are coming up next. The Northeastern State men are 10-6, 3-4 in the MIAA. Hopefully, in their mind, gaining some confidence after they beat a ranked Arkansas Fort Smith team. Now, who knows what to make of these Lions, who started the year 13-0, got all the way up in the top 10, but have now lost 3 games in a row. Meanwhile, Northeastern State, a once proud program, they've had a long streak of losing basketball seasons. They're thinking this is finally going to be the year. The Riverhawks coming in, the women are 13-3, 5-2 in the MIAA. They just barely missed out by a fraction of a KPI point of getting into the MIAA tournament last year. And so they are thinking down in Tahlequah, this might finally be the year that the Riverhawks streak of losing seasons comes to an end. Emporia State and Northeastern State coming up, and we'll have the coverage for you on Thursday as part of the RV Doc pregame show beginning at 5 o'clock and the tip-off 5:30 on Mix 104.9. You can listen online at kvoe.com/listen. So come back. We'll have Coach Baker on, and then Vanessa Coleman, freshman from Tulsa, Oklahoma, then Trey Red, the graduate guard off the men's team, and wrap things up with Coach Tom Billeter as normal. So all of that on the other side. Coach MJ, when we resume after this, live from 627 Event Space, this is Hornet Talk. You're listening to Emporia State Basketball.
Headed to the game or celebrating after? Swing by 627 Event Space Bar and Grill. Whether you're grabbing a burger before kickoff or winding down with a beer after the buzzer, 627 has you covered. Emporia's go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and unbeatable vibes. 627 Event Space Bar and Grill, the new home for Hornet Talk at 627 Commercial. Proud supporters of the Emporia State University Hornets. Stingers up!
Winter weather in Kansas. Is your car ready? The team at Black Creek Diesel and Automotive is proud to be a part of the Napa Network. With over 14,000 Napa Auto Care centers, you'll always have an ASE certified mechanic nearby. The next time you need service, head to Black Creek Diesel and Automotive for the expertise and quality service you need to keep your ride on the road wherever you're headed. Black Creek Diesel and Automotive, 3105 West 6th Avenue in Emporia.
Wanting to consolidate debt? Look no further than Emporia State Federal Credit Union. They have a variety of loan products to help you reduce your payments and pay off debt faster. Text or call them today to speak to a qualified local professional. 620-342-2336. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions may apply. All loans are subject to approval.
Emporia State Federal Credit Union. The educated choice.
When you need fast care, Newman Regional Health Medical Partners Express Care is here for you. Conveniently located on site at Newman Regional Health, Express Care offers walk-in service for non-emergency illnesses and injuries. No appointment needed. Open 7 days a week to keep you feeling your best. Call today at 620-343-7828. Trust Express Care for quick, reliable treatment. Newman Regional Health Medical Partners Express Care, helping the Hornets achieve their healthy goals.
It's time to fall forward into football season and cheer on your favorite team. So why not get new gear for you and your family at Sports Connection? Sports Connection carries Emporia High and area high school team apparel, as well as ESU, KU, and K-State gear. They also do custom screen printing for your team, booster club, or your family and fans. Catch the spirit with new fan gear from Sports Connection. Sports Connection, 2721 West 15th Emporia.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see shelter agent Dave Watts. Mix 104.9.
Welcome back to 627 Event Space. Hornet Talk here as we approach the midway point of January, and finally the last four games as we go on the road, as Emporia State is about at that time at the midway point. They'll actually cross the midway point of the conference season in their next game. That will be game 9 of 18 in the conference schedule, or game 9 of 19 in the conference schedule. Then game 10 will come on Saturday. So after that, we'll be over halfway done after this week in the MIAA schedule. Hard to believe it is going fast like it does every year. Emporia State looking to pick up a couple of road wins, and here to talk about it with us, the head coach of the Lady Hornets, MJ Baker, with us once again. Boy, Coach, what a great win for you guys, and we said we're going to have some fun here at Hornet Talk. Thanks for everybody for showing up here, and those of you listening on the radio as well. But, Coach, boy, for you guys to be able to kind of, against Washburn, have some good moments, but some stretches I know that you wish you played better, and then to answer some of those runs that Central Missouri had, how did you kind of balance and take into account everything for this 2-2 homestand for you guys?
I mean, I feel like with the team, we were just really focused on the process of just each rep doing our job. So that's what we're like, the results will take care of itself. We knew we were outmatched. It was kind of an underdog situation against Central Mo and Washburn. I feel like for Washburn, like I told you before, I feel like defensively we played really tough. We just couldn't score. And some nights you have that. Obviously, we've been pretty lucky in the White Auditorium. We've been able to put the ball in the hole at a pretty high level. But Washburn, we ran out of gas, and we couldn't put the ball in the hole. So against Central Mo, we kind of got back to our offense and just getting more reps up, and then understanding, like, believe is really big. Belief and faith in each other and your game and yourself and your self-talk, and how you handle a miss or how you handle a layup and how you respond is real important. So we kind of focus more on that mental part of the game. And between Washburn and Central Mo, and we saw that, I think, the results.
Yeah, it feels like you guys are starting to, and I know that's something that you've been trying to do, is build confidence of the team coming together, and then some individuals as well for their individual confidence. And it feels like that's paying dividends. Are you seeing those in practice?
Well, the mental part of the game is very powerful.
Sure.
Right. And so you could do all the work all you want and get in the gym, get game reps and everything. But if your mental's not there, you're not going to see the success, or you're not going to see the sowing of the seeds that you're planting in the gym in the unseen hours when no one's looking. So we definitely, I feel like they did a good job of just really focusing on their mental and just how they handle stuff and just how can we respond and get back if we miss. So, I mean, we're a young team as well, and we're all new to each other. So they're handling it really well, and I feel like they keep putting in the work, and obviously we have more work to do.
Well, and I know that one player that you're really happy has put in some work that you kind of challenged earlier in the year was your freshman, Vanessa Coleman. You kind of said, hey, you don't have to be a freshman if you don't want to be. And then she stepped up big the next game, and now she stepped up big in a couple of games for you. What are you seeing out of her? We'll talk with her in a moment, but what have you been seeing about from her and her development that's led her to have some of these nice results in games here recently?
Well, it's funny. That's what happened with Vanessa. She was kind of just blending in, going with the flow. And then it was like, hey, Vanessa, like, we need you to impact and go now.
Sure.
And it was almost like she just needed a word. Just give me the word, coach. We gave her the word as a coaching staff, and she's really taken off since then. Now, consistency is something that we're trying to get more from her as a freshman, which, I mean, I'm still dealing with seniors with that. But
sure.
If she can figure that out now, I mean, she's incredible, super talented. And then we also have Micah and Special K here, which are also, they just keep getting better and better. Special K keeps getting better on the defensive end, which is awesome. Micah is becoming a great playmaker, great rebounder for us and doing different things. So, I mean, they just keep getting better and better. So that's really fun to watch as a coach.
You actually stole the next two questions off my sheet here. That's okay because we can spend more time on them. But I remember there was, I think it was our second highlight there in the specials today. And I haven't seen too many coaches just go out there and basically tackle their player. That's what you did with Special K. That was a huge basket. What were you feeling on that play? It was certainly one worth celebrating.
Well, Special K and I have history, obviously.
Yes, of course.
And we have a lot of history on the court, too. Not always good. We kind of butt heads a little bit.
Sure.
So we've been going back and forth a little bit. Kind of have a little love-hate relationship right now. So when I saw the seeds coming out with like some of the steals she's getting defensively, what she's doing and all that.
She was smiling as she said that.
Yeah.
For those of you here not here on the radio, she was smiling.
Yeah, Special K smiling. She knows. But it was just a big grasp of like, because she put us on her back. I mean, she had 22 points, played defense, and she did a lot. And she's one of the most competitive people on that court. And honestly, she makes us go. Her, Micah, and Kataya, and even Gracie, when they get on that court, them four really give us energy and make us go. So it was kind of just like a grasp of like, hey, like, here you go. Like, you're on your way, kid.
No, not only that, but, I thought Micah had a couple of really selfless plays and was one of your rebounding leaders. I think she may have been your assist leader as well.
Yeah, I think she was with 6.
She had a career high in rebounds and assists. So sometimes you do need to score and provide that offense yourself, but sometimes it's about getting those rebounds, getting those 50-50 plays and getting other people involved. And what allowed her to do such a good job of doing that on Saturday.
Yeah, and not only that, she was guarding 23 a lot of the game.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, you could say her name for me again because I'm horrible with names. But
Schaff.
Yes, thank you. She was guarding her, and I think she did an awesome job with her. She got her really frustrated. But Micah's always been a bucket. So it's been different for her coming here because we need more than her than just being a bucket. So just seeing her develop is great too. And can I point out, today is Martin Luther King Day. Right. So I think it's awesome. And if you look at our team right now, the players we're talking about, they're all diverse, all so different. And like, we wouldn't have this back in the day. So I just want to say diversity is strength. And I'm really, really stoked that like, this is what our team looks like and that they're all being represented today on this special day that we honor a great man.
The other player that we have to, you can absolutely applaud that. No permission needed for that. Another player deserving applause. How about Macy Gandy? You talk about defense. That was a big-time block and rebound of Bill Russell play at the end.
Yeah, she's tough, man. And, again, she's another one that just needed permission. Like, we need you to be more aggressive and, like, be a force in both ends. And her free throws she's been hitting is huge, along with Lexi DeWitt's free throws.
No
oh,
kidding.
My goodness. Those were so big.
How much more confidence does that give you that, even though Lexi DeWitt, I mean, her minutes have bounced up and down a little bit, but for you to have her in that situation, I mean, when you need your absolute best free throw shooter, for her to deliver like that, how much more confidence does that give you to be able to say, okay, if this is in the end of the game, I can put her in and I can trust she's going to make these free throws.
Yeah, Lexi is one of those little bulldogs that she looks beautiful like a little Barbie walking around, but that kid is fierce.
Sure.
She is fierce. And the really cool thing is she's young still too. And the more minutes, she's getting more and more minutes, but all her minutes that she's played has always been really quality, and we trust her on the court, which is big. And for her to hit those big clutch free throws was awesome. Yeah, she deserves it.
So many great things to talk about. We've got the road trip coming up, and if you guys, I don't think she mentioned it on the air, but she told us at practice, or I think it was last week, said, you're from Florida, or you have been living in Florida, and Coach MJ said, I think I'm allergic to the cold.
I am.
It's really cold today, and this is going to be a cold road trip. They're talking about maybe snow. They've been blowing this thing out, but, we've got a 20% chance of snow in Kansas, so this may just be them trying to get their TV time. I don't know, but allergic to cold.
Yeah,
is that a medical diagnosis?
No, I'm not allergic to anything, but the white auditorium and outside gets so cold my hands start itching and burning. And so now I'm like coaching in gloves.
Sure.
But I really do think I'm allergic to cold. So, I mean, this is where tough people are made, though. I keep telling my team, man, this is where tough people are. Your blood's got to be tough here. And that's one thing, Vanessa's she was born, and we just found out today, I didn't know she was born in Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
And she kind of was raised in Oklahoma, but they're tough. And you don't even know if Vanessa's had the best game or worst game of her life. You can't tell. Her face is always the same. She's as tough as they can come.
So for you guys, I'm assuming ideal weather would be, 40 degrees warmer than what we had today?
Oh, I thought you said 40 degrees. I was
no,
Blake.
No. Maybe 50 degrees
warmer
than
probably
today?
High 60, low 70s. That nice little sweatshirt weather is kind of nice with the fall and the leaves and without the wind.
Yeah, sweatshirt and, what do they call it, hoodie and shorts weather?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That would work for me as well. I also wanted to ask you, up at the Division II convention, 5-year rule, 5 years to play, 5 years of basketball, got punted to 2028, I think is when they're targeting to bring it back. Talking with Steve Roadcap, he said there's a chance they might get it on the agenda for 2027. What are your thoughts about no 5 for 5 coming to Division II, at least in the very, very near future?
Well, it would definitely change a lot of people's recruiting for this year, and I think a lot of people were holding out, hoping that they can keep their seniors. We couldn't keep Special Cake. She's already used her red shirt, but Gracie and Macy would have been someone. But at the same time, I'm really excited what Gracie and Macy have in front of them. So I think it's cool. It lets them to go out in the world and start their life too.
Sure.
And honestly, there's some seniors in this conference that would be okay seeing go.
Sure.
But yeah, I think the 5-year 5 is a great rule, but at the same time, I like it that the game's kind of staying how it's been too, because that's all we know right now.
Northeastern State, what do you think about these Riverhawks?
They're tough. They have I'm going to say 6, 7. They have 6 or 7 players that can really score the ball.
Sure.
They really are the strength in numbers. We have 2 or 3 players that do it consistently. They have 6 or 7 that do it consistently. We've had different schedules in the MIAA. We're playing different parts of the MIAA.
Very different.
So it's kind of hard to really judge because they've never played anyone on our side of the MIAA. This is the first crossover we're having.
Yes, it is.
So it'll be good. It'll be good to see how much better we've gotten on the road because the road's tough for us right now.
And I know that's been a challenge. And you've mentioned, hey, you got that big win at Southwest Baptist. Felt great at the time, but I know that if for some reason the White Auditorium has been home cooking for you guys. You guys have played really, really well at White. But I guess final question for you, road mindset, road mentality, what do you feel like is the proper way to go and attack those road games?
We're going to attack it like we've been. I just think White Auditorium has this 6-man effect, the energy and just the people and all that. I really feel like we feed off that. So somehow we need to find a way to create that within ourselves. I don't know if I have to put a big White Auditorium poster in our locker room on the road, or if I have to put some sound from the sides, just cheering Hornets or something. I don't know, but somehow I need to try to get the White Auditorium magic and mojo going on the road. So we're gonna try to figure that out. But we always prepare the same. We're always doing the same. Some nights we've stayed a night. Some nights we've gone up the same up. And it really hasn't changed. We keep losing on the road. So
well, there's no better time to turn it around than Thursday.
Yes,
when they go to
Thursday's the day.
Northeastern State. I do want to remind Lady Hornet fans The Lady Hornets are going to be on the television game of the week. That will be on Saturday when they play Arkansas Fort Smith. How excited are you to get that exposure of being on TV?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really care. I'm just being honest.
Fair enough. Hey, that's okay.
I think it's to be cool for them to be on TV, but I pray that we put a good product out there.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't get caught up in all that stuff. I just head down. Let's play the game. Let's keep focusing on each possession and what we have to do.
Sure. Well, either way, the MIAA game of the week, of course, on 38th The Spot in Kansas City. It'll be a 1 o'clock tip-off. We'll probably move to 1:05. So we'll have that for you on Saturday on the radio if you're not watching. And then a 5 o'clock RV Dot pregame show on Thursday at Northeastern State. We'll have it for you on Mix 104.9. Listen online at KVUE.com/listen. Appreciate it as always, Coach MJ.
Yeah,
thanks so much.
Blake. Appreciate
Go get
you.
one. Coach
Thank
MJ, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a timeout, and we will come back, and we'll talk with this freshman from Tulsa, Oklahoma, Vanessa Coleman, live from 627 Event Space. This is Hornet Talk. You're listening to Emporia State basketball.
Wanting to consolidate debt? Look no further than Emporia State.
Trusted by athletes and available to everyone. Schedule your appointment today with Newman Regional Health Medical Partners at 620-343-2376. Newman Regional Health, achieving healthy goals.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, two-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
For a free personal protection review, contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dave Watts.
It's time to fall forward into football season and cheer on your favorite team. So why not get new gear for you and your family?
Here's shot, back hooked away. It's stolen by Sanders. 5 seconds. Sanders inside, leans in, layup. Good, it crawled in. Caitlin Sanders at the buzzer makes the steal and the score. And the Lady Hornets have a 55-50 lead as we go to the 4.
Straight games on the road here. This is the longest road string of the year for Emporia State. They did have that 3-game road trip back in the end of December and those first week in January where they went to Angelo State and then had the road trip to Central Missouri and Washburn, or looped around the Christmas holiday. But this is the only time that Emporia State will play 4 straight true road games on the year. Northeastern State on Thursday, Arkansas Fort Smith on Saturday, 5:30 and 1 o'clock. Doubleheader, of course, we'll have all 4 games for you on Mix 104.9. Now joining us, freshman from Tulsa, Oklahoma, 5'11" freshman forward, averaging 6 points and 3 rebounds a game. Vanessa Coleman joins us on the show. Vanessa, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
For you coming into this game against Washburn, how big was that for you guys to get that win in a tough environment, feeling like you did some good things at times against Washburn, but in order to kind of sustain and survive what that veteran team threw at you with Central Missouri, how did it feel to you out there?
Yeah, that win was great, especially it being our last home game. It
Sure.
felt really good. So,
how has the adjustment to Division II and kind of college basketball gone for you here in your freshman year?
it's actually pretty different. It's a lot tougher, a lot harder. So adjusting was kind of hard for me at the beginning, but now I think I'm getting pretty used to it.
Did you know anything about growing up down there in Tulsa? I know you're born in Minnesota, but did you know much about the MIAA?
Yeah, kind of. I was pretty much getting recruited by a lot of the teams in the MIAA,
Sure.
so yeah.
For you to see this team come together, and we're talking with Vanessa Coleman, the freshman off of Emporia State, had a career high against Central Missouri in the win. How does it feel for the team to kind of be coming together right now and feeling like you guys are putting some wins together here?
It feels great. I feel like we're all really connecting and we're all really like understanding how we need to play and what we need to do to win these games.
And speaking of that, knowing what I need to do in order to play, Coach MJ, and I don't remember exactly which game this was. If I look back at your stats, I could probably figure it out. But I know that she had mentioned, hey, earlier this year, I think it was right before the Bellevue game, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it was, I think it was the Bellevue game. And she kind of, I don't know if this was a 1-to-1 or if she did it in practice, said, hey, you don't have to be a freshman. You don't have to wait your turn. You could just take over a game. And you did that. How did that kind of click for you in your mind?
Yeah, it was a one-on-one talk, so it was kind of personal. And so when she just gave me the word and told me like what she needed me to do, I felt like I'm really trying to, put that out on the court and just trying to do what I need to do for my team for us to win. And I'm just trying to keep staying consistent and bringing that each game. So.
For you to come here and, you've got a couple of teammates here with Micah and Caitlin. And Micah, you two have come in here to 627 quite a bit, which, hey, it says something about the food. So come on down to 627. They definitely enjoy it. But what's it been like to kind of bond with them?
It's been good. I love them. I mean, we're all really close, and we all just, we play hard for each other. So
for Micah Hannah, boy, she had some big plays, and then obviously Caitlin Sanders. When you see all these different players and Lexi DeWitt coming in off the bench and Macy Gandy getting the block at the end, it's just felt like you guys had really good chemistry. Everybody pulling in the same direction on Saturday. What did that feel like?
It felt great. It was all just flowing. We were all working together and just making sure we were talking and just staying to game plan.
For you here as a freshman, we're talking with Vanessa Coleman. Very early on in your academic career, what are you studying right now, or have you picked a major yet?
My major is business. I don't really know exactly what I want to do out of that
Sure.
yet, but
still plenty of time to figure that out, so no need to worry about it now. This is going to be one of your longest road trips of the year. Now, obviously, you guys did have to go down to Angelo State. Are you a road tripper? Do you like these road trips, or are you more of a homebody, like playing at home all the time?
I like playing at home. My legs start to get sore after riding on the bus for
Sure.
a while, but yeah.
How do you have to kind of make the adjustment here? Because you've kind of been, I always like to kind of say, you've kind of been in basketball camp mode. After the end of finals, it's all basketball all the time. But tomorrow, class starts, you kind of have to be a student athlete again. How do you mentally try to handle all that extra time? Because there's going to be homework and projects, all that you haven't had to been dealing with. How do you make that adjustment to be a student athlete?
Just making sure I stay on top of it, especially on road games. On the road, I could be doing my work on the bus or
Sure.
whatever, but yeah, just making sure I stay on top of everything and talking to my professors, just letting them know that I'm not going to be there and what I need to get done.
Final thing, this Riverhawk team, they're ranked as one of the top defenses in the MIAA. Overall, I know it's early, you're going to get into a lot more about the Riverhawks later in the week, but what's one early takeaway that you've had about them as you've gotten prepared here today for practice?
They're pretty good. So We just need to come and make sure we step up our game and that we stick to game plan. And
Vanessa Coleman, freshman from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Big game, career high last time out. Thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
thank you.
Vanessa Coleman, ladies and gentlemen, joining us here as the Lady Hornets go on the road to Northeastern State in the next game on Thursday. When we come back, we'll talk with another guy at the guard position, Trey Red. Boy, what a big game he had. And he had the pass that set up the shot. That's all coming up after this. Live from 627 Event Space, this is Hornet Talk. You're listening to Emporia State Basketball.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why we work with
2-point game. Here is Red. Going to go for the a kick out. 3. Weakest for the win. Right side, Bear up fake, wants another one. Bullseye, Dallas Bear. Yes, he is on fire. He's got 11. He's hit all 3. Pass to the far side. Weakest a 3 for the tie. Missed it, but it bounced in. Sturmison, here's Red, 6 seconds, across the timeline, 2-point game, here's Red, gonna go for the, a kick out, 3, Weakest for the win, slash, Weakest, count the basket, the freshman knocks it down, the Hornets win at the buzzer! Let's go, man!
Telling the guys, especially getting one at home, getting one for the people that come and support every single day. It's just great. and that's how you get on the run. That's how you get on a hot streak. Is you always start with one win. So it was good to get that one against a very good UCM team.
We haven't talked as much about Washburn, but I'm going to ask you about Washburn because you guys ran a play. I don't think I'm giving away any big secret here. 4 down. I think everybody's going to have that call, but it's kind of the universal. Everybody line up on the baseline. We're going to give the ball to somebody and let them go one-on-one. You were that guy, and I mean there was a stretch there for 5 minutes. Washburn could not stop 4 down. How much confidence do you have? 4 straight double-digit scoring games now, knowing that Coach Billeter's got confidence in you to make those decisions, to take it inside, and you were able to really hurt Washburn off the dribble.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, playing for a coach like Coach B makes my job a lot easier. Having great teammates, the teammates that I have, knowing that they have all the confidence in me as well, makes it super easy to go out there and just play freely, and that's what I've been doing these last couple games. Coach B and I have had a conversation of just, it's my last year, it's my senior year, going all out and not having any regrets. So he's made it a lot easier for me to go out there and play and make plays that I've been making.
Trey Red is joining us, graduate out of Bloomington, Illinois, his last year here for Emporia State after transferring in, 5'10" senior from Bloomington, Illinois. And I know that something that he has also talked to you about is the fact that, hey, you can go and make your own offense too. And it's great to be unselfish and get other guys involved. You have a great assist-to-turnover ratio, 81-32. You've had a great assist-to-turnover ratio in these last 4, but how have you been able to balance that, continuing to get your teammates involved, but also look for your own offense? Because you're one of the best field goal percentage shooters on the team. You're at 59%.
Yep. Yeah, it's a fine line. I mean, my whole life I've been an undersized guard, so I try to stay a true point guard and get my teammates involved. It feels great setting them up rather than scoring myself. But, when you can be able to do both, I mean, it's helping the team a little bit, and it feels great. So.
Well, I mean, yeah, you've got 5 or more assists in each of your last 5 games and a positive assist-to-turnover ratio in all those games, and 11 assists last week, only 3 turnovers. You have done a really good job of valuing the basketball. I know it's something that Coach Whitelow talks to you guys about a lot. How important is it for you guys to be able to play the way you want, to not give away those turnovers?
Yeah, it's huge. As a team, you never want to turn the ball over because, in this great league of the MIAA, you got athletes all over on the court. So those turnovers quickly turn into points for other teams. So just valuing each possession, it's big for us.
So on that last play on the kick out to Wegas, you're driving. You go up with the left hand. I'm like, okay, he's going to try to make his own for 4 down. They didn't call it because it's 7 seconds. But you went up and thought you were trying to, go for the layup, and at the last second ball comes out. Coach said that was the plan, go to one of the corners there. When did you have your mind made up that you're passing in that situation?
Yeah, it kind of broke down in a weird way. And I thought I had the layup, and I honestly was going to take it. But I had my eyes on the corner, and I saw Tilly, number 4, come off in the corner and pinch. So, I mean, I saw my great shooter we've been in the gym late nights, and I've seen him working on that shot 1,000 times, so I had all the confidence in the world.
I mean, it all opened up. It was like the Red Sea parting because the help collapsed in. Yeah. And I mean, Wegas had a great look from the corner, and then the pass. I mean, it was like you said, it was kind of in slow motion. Yeah. When did it start going into slow motion for you? Because for me, like that pass came in, and it looked like the pass just was like you couldn't. If you would have handed the ball to him, you couldn't have handed it to him in a better spot than where you passed it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I don't know, it all happened quick but slow at the same time. I can't really explain it, but right when it left my hands, I saw that it had a chance. And actually, when I passed it, I didn't know if there was enough time on the clock, so I was kind of thinking of that. But I was under the basket on the baseline, and right when it went up, I knew it was good.
And it was. Boy, what a shot there as Emporia State got the win. So last season for you here, what are you studying at Emporia State?
So I was at Maryville University, and they had a really great sports business program. But here, I think it's sports rec and leadership.
Oh,
so,
yeah, right.
Yes,
sure.
Sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have something in your mind about what you want to do with that degree once you're done?
Yeah. So the first semester, I was kind of shadowing the coaches, just maybe wanting to get into coaching. They have a great staff here, so I was just seeing what they do in their day-to-day routine and following them and seeing if that's something I'd be interested in. And
So far,
any
particular level, college or high school, pro, middle school?
Yeah, I think college is good. I mean, it's going to be interesting with the whole NIL deal.
Oh, sure.
Like that,
I bet Coach Billeter could talk to you a lot about how coaching has changed with NIL coming in for sure. Well, last thing for you, road trip coming up, Northeastern State, maybe a wounded Lion squad on Saturday. How do you take and bottle up that great play that you've had here at home and try to pick off one of these road games?
Yeah, we talked about it as a team, just feeding off this energy that we have right now. We have great momentum right now. And just listening to our coaching staff and our game plan, when we do that, we're a really good team. And kind of as Coach B's hinted at before, when we kind of try and do our own thing, it doesn't work out as well. So.
Well, it certainly worked out last week. Emporia State going on the road, Northeastern State on Thursday. The tip-off for the men at 7:30, RV pregame show at 5 on Mix 104.9. Trey, really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Trey Red, ladies and gentlemen, joining us here, Emporia State point guard for the men's team. Coach Billeter on the way. We'll preview the Riverhawks with him, and we'll recap once again that magical win on Saturday over UCM when we come back. Live from 627 Event Space, this is Hornet Talk. You're listening to Emporia State basketball.
Headed to the game or celebrating after?
Sturmison, here's Red, 6 seconds. Across the timeline, 2-point game. Here's Red, gonna go for the, a kick out. 3, Wiggins for the win. Smash, Wiggins, count the basket. The freshman knocks it down. The Hornets win at the buzzer.
Fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Find out how Kelly Medrano can help with your auto, home, and life needs.
It's time to fall forward into football season and cheer on your favorite team. So why not get new gear for you and your family at Sports Connection? Sports Connection carries Emporia High and area high school team apparel, as well as ESU, KU, and K-State gear. They also do custom screen printing for your team, booster club, or your family and fans. Catch the spirit with new fan gear from Sports Connection. Sports Connection, 2721 West 15th Emporia.
Newman Regional Health Medical Partners is proud to provide the same orthopedic and sports medicine care trusted by the athletes on the Hornet fields. Their expert medical team serves the greater Emporia area with comprehensive treatment for sprains, fractures, joint pain, and sports-related injuries. Trusted by athletes and available to everyone. Schedule your appointment today with Newman Regional Health Medical Partners at 620-343-2376. Newman Regional Health, achieving healthy goals.
Wanting to consolidate debt? Look no further than Emporia State Federal Credit Union. They have a variety of loan products to help you reduce your payments and pay off debt faster. Text or call them today to speak to a qualified local professional. 620-342-2336. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions may apply. All loans are subject to approval.
Emporia State Federal Credit Union. The educated choice.
Winter weather in Kansas. Is your car ready? The team at Black Creek Diesel and Automotive is proud to be a part of the Napa Network. With over 14,000 Napa Auto Care centers, you'll always have an ASE certified mechanic nearby. The next time you need service, head to Black Creek Diesel and Automotive for the expertise and quality service you need to keep your ride on the road wherever you're headed. Black Creek Diesel and Automotive, 3105 West 6th Avenue in Emporia.
Mix 104.9.
The first of 4 on the road coming up on Thursday. Northeastern State, then Arkansas, Fort Smith. We'll have the coverage for you. Doubleheader begins at 5:30. RV pregame show at 5 on Mix 104.9. Joining us now, the head coach of the men. Big overtime win, 89-88 over Central Missouri last time out. Tom Billeter joining us here. And, Coach, you said after the game, boy, it felt like a lot like the Nebraska-Kearney game, and boy, you guys earned those 2 victories in MIAA play. You guys have played the toughest schedule in the MIAA.
Yeah, we've had a tough schedule, but it's funny, and I think everybody out here knows this, but I don't think this has ever happened in my life, and I've only been doing this for a year or 2. But we
only a year.
We won a game and never let it.
Yeah, you never had the lead.
We never had the lead in overtime or anything. We never had the lead. The ball went through with 0 time on the clock. And so we actually, or I'm sorry, the horn went and the ball hadn't gone through the hoop.
Correct.
And so
You're correct.
the only time we led was when the game was over. That's crazy.
Never happened.
Never happened.
Wow.
I mean, if you probably win a drink at a bar trying to explain that story to somebody.
Sure.
How you can win a game without ever having the lead, and because it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So.
Do you feel like the team got some confidence from playing so tough against Washburn? I mean, you guys never trailed that game by double digits till the last 15 seconds. It was such a dramatic turnaround from the second half up into Pica. Do you feel like the team got some confidence from playing them pretty tough on Thursday?
I hope not, because anytime you lose, I don't think you should really gain a lot of confidence.
Sure.
I think you ought to be pretty mad that you didn't win.
Sure.
So I don't know. We did some things better. There's no doubt about it. But we still should have won the game. We got to figure out how to win them. First thing I thought of you when we finally did get a win at the buzzer, which we probably didn't deserve to win that game. Central had 15, 16-point leads. We didn't play very well for about 30 minutes. But then we figured out a way, and we got better. And they didn't play bad. They got a freshman who had 32 points.
Yeah.
Houston's a heck of a player. Their best two players really played well. Hill hit big shots. They're a good team, and I really like their coach. Adam does a great job. But, we still hung in there. When we were only down 7 at the half, I told and that we should have been down 5. We made kind of a play we shouldn't have had at the end, to kind of give the ball away, let them score. And when we walked in down 7 at the half, our whole staff, we were just looking at each other like, we're blessed. How could we felt like we were down 27 with the way
Sure.
we played. So we kind of felt pretty good that we had a chance for not playing very well to stay in there. So, we're just getting better. Trey Red was a good guest to have on tonight. He's really getting better. He's figuring it out. And most of the time in our system, when a point guard really starts emerging, we're pretty good. And I really feel that Trey's gone a really good direction for us. And I think it's so funny. And I was telling him, it's true. I'm trying to get him to shoot more.
Well, and I was going to ask about that because you do want players to be unselfish, right? It helps
Absolutely.
chemistry, but you've almost had to beg him, like, hey, you've hit 5 of 8 threes, you're shooting 60% from the field, like, call your own number. And finally against Washburn, you did. You
Girls,
made him.
help me out here. Would you want to play for a coach who's asking you to shoot more? Don't you want to take more shots? I mean, I'm sitting there begging my guys to shoot more, and he's such a good scorer in the paint. And he really is good. He's incredible. He's got a 40-inch vertical. I mean, that kid, he can about hit the rim with his head, and he's the second best athlete in his family. His brother is a pro soccer player.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He plays for St. Louis. I mean, like the highest level.
MLS.
Don't ask me about soccer. I just know when it goes in, you clap. I don't know.
Sure.
About soccer. But his brother is a professional soccer player training right now down in Florida, and so just incredibly athletic family, and a great family.
And you've mentioned this too. You want to talk about a guy who can flat out move, dribbling the basketball. I mean, that guy can get from baseline to baseline faster than
he
almost
goes,
anybody.
And he knows he's sitting over there. He goes way faster with the ball than on offense than when he plays defense. I wish he'd just have an extra ball out there and dribble while I was defending.
Sure,
he'd be a heck of a lot quicker. So his defense is getting better. He's doing a better job of understanding our system, and it's really helping us. And to be honest, his defense has probably been his biggest improvement so far this year. Is he's becoming now when he's tired, I got to get him out. I hate taking him out, but when he's tired, I got to get him out. He rests and recovers quick, but when he gets tired, he seems to find those screens a little better.
Down 16, how critical was it for Dallas Bear to have that 8-0 run? It felt like it went from 16 to 8 in the span of like 90 seconds.
And when he does that, and he can do that.
He can. He has.
He can do that, and it really helps us, and he made some. I'd say the shot that he made, the Nowitzki step back fall away.
Yes.
That was a huge basket, and I'd love, I'm going to take all, we designed a play for him. We wanted him to catch it and shoot a 3. He turned it down. He dribbled 7 times and hit a fadeaway. So I'm going to say we still designed the play for him to score.
Sure.
But in no way was the design. The end product was way better than what I thought it was going to be for how we tried to draw it up. And actually, Trey's being pretty humble. Here's a big thing that happened in that game. We had a play called. I got to give Jack Wegas a ton of credit.
Yeah, next guy.
All right, so listen to this, you guys. This is crazy. I call a play before it, and it fails miserably. And I have a freshman inbounding, and I said, no matter what, if you don't get that ball to Trey, take a timeout. And Chris Harris is wide open. Chris is like, give me the ball. So
Sure.
Chris didn't listen in the timeout at all because I was like, listen, it is going to be Trey or nobody.
I noticed that the last
Jack
play.
called timeout. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. And so we changed the play, and the rest is history. But a fan came up. I don't know who it was, an older gentleman. He goes, Coach, you know what was the best play of the game? And I'm thinking, all right, well, Jack's three that bounced all over the arena and went in, or maybe the one at the end, Trey's pass. He goes, the biggest play of the game was when you didn't inbound it the first time. And I go, he's right. I didn't even think about it. He's absolutely right. That was the best play of the game. Was
I
Jack
don't know
Wiggins being told what to do, and he did it. And then
I don't
Trey
know if I've
making a
ever
great
seen
pass.
that in my career where a guy, it's wide open and they call timeout.
I said, if you don't give it to Trey, timeout.
Okay.
And he did it.
And
It's unreal because usually, we haven't had the best communicative success all the time this year, but it's getting better.
Well, and then the freshman hits the shot. I mean,
yeah. Now I actually told Trey to go score.
Well,
but
it looked like he goes up,
but I
thought he was going to.
And I said, but you're going to have two guys in the corners that can shoot it. We did. We said, you guys get to the corners, and they did. Oh, Chris went right to the corner.
Yes,
he
he
did.
did.
Do that. And we had, obviously, but what helps Trey, and I hate jump passes. I can't stand them. I can't stand one-hand passes. I hate all that. Now they're teaching one-hand passes.
Sure.
And it drives me.
I think that was a jumping
one-handed
one-handed pass.
But you know what? I only get him for the year. I didn't get him. If I'd had him as a freshman, I'm sure he'd hate my guts like all freshmen do, and I love it. But he can jump and hang.
Yes,
and
he can
make decisions in the air like no one I've ever coached. And I actually told my staff the first time he ever played in a pickup game, I said, he's going to get to do some stuff that most of my players don't get to do. Because I'm not going to be able to change him. And he can really make decisions in the air. And he's about 90% accurate with it, which most kids can't do. But he makes very good decisions on jump passes. They still drive me nuts.
Sure. Well, I mean, he couldn't have handed that ball better to Jack. That was a great pass.
And he's very unselfish to a fault.
I wanted to ask you as well about the 5-for-5 rule that kind of got punted for a couple of years. You had thought that this might not be passing. I know Coach Higgins said he thought it was a done deal. What do you think about this being kind of kicked the can down the road?
I was really sick about it. I think, the number one thing we need to do is get kids graduated.
Sure.
Kids need to graduate. And I think if you know you have 5 years and you can play for 5 years, so you're redshirted kid. He gets to go for 5 years. So just because he doesn't play in a game, he gets 5 years. So if you do play as a true freshman, you don't get to play 5 years. I mean, to me, that's stupid. And so I think if every kid just knows they get 5 years, I could be playing my kids as much as I need to as freshmen, bring them along. My fifth-year kids can work or finish a master's degree now. There's a lot of majors right now that are 3-year majors, and you go right into your master's program, and you get the whole thing done in 5 years. Mm-hmm. Now, that makes sense to me. Also, with the way the world is, NIL, portals, and everything else, if you're Division II, separate anything positive you can do from Division I. Anything we can do to be different and better from Division I, we have to do. Because the last time I looked, I don't have $4 million for a topper like Texas Tech.
Sure.
And
sure.
So if we can make something different to entice a player to maybe want to stay here that last year and finish that Masters versus taking a chance to, go play. I'm not going to name some terrible Division I and where you might average 5 points and be 2-27.
Sure.
I mean, let them stay, have a great senior year, be all conference or whatever, a great post-grad year, and finish their Masters.
Well,
I can't believe it didn't pass, but I'm not surprised because it makes too much sense and it's too good.
Yeah, that's division. Yeah, ask about regionalization and all the playoff stuff.
Yeah.
Well, last thing here, this Northeastern State team, they're scoring 88 points a game. They are playing.
They're playing well right now.
Yeah, they are. What are your thoughts on them for the matchup on Thursday?
Yeah, it's so funny because they've got 4 guards. So we're just finally getting good chemistry. We're getting good rotations, and now we play a team of 4 guards. You might not notice some of my bigs don't move the best, and so we might have a few issues.
Sure.
Hey, real quick, grandkids, stand up. I got my grandkids here.
Oh, grandkids, Billeter grandkids
get
here.
Up there, Hawk, and my son Mike and his wife Lindsay's over there. So they've been with us for So they're 1-1. Our last game we won, we lost the Washburn game. So I'm trying to talk them to go to Oklahoma, but I don't know if they're going to make it down there or not. So.
Well, we would love to see them down there.
All right, hey, I appreciate
Coach,
it.
love
Thanks,
seeing
you guys.
Thanks so
everybody.
much. Tom Billeter, ladies and gentlemen, joining us here, along with the Billeter grandkids. Always fun to have a family outing at Hornet Talk. That is it for us. We'll talk to you Thursday from the NSU Events Center. Thanks to everybody for coming out tonight, or for listening online at kvue.com/listen. Thanks to the great folks here at 627 Event Space. Tip your server. We'll see you next week for the show right here, 627 Commercial in downtown Emporia. Thanks to Grace Ish back in our KFFX studios. I'm Blake Cripps saying good night and Stingers up.